Hey, it's me, Lily from AT&T. I'm back working from home and here to help.
Hey Lily, I'm hearing a lot about 5G. Should I be getting excited?
Depends. Are you going to want faster speeds?
I will.
More reliability?
Oh, also yes.
Better response times?
Definitely.
Are you going to be making sourdough bread?
Oh, is that 5G related?
No, it's just like, why is everyone making sourdough now? But yes, you're going to want 5G.
AT&T is building 5G on America's best network. Visit att.com to learn more.
We got some big results yesterday, and certainly some people were phased by these. And by that, I mean FaZe Clan taking a 2-0 there to big. We've got G2 on the docket as well for yesterday's review, and they're going to have themselves a sweet 2-0 over Navi. Navi leaving us a lot of question marks, of course, wondering exactly what's gone on within this Not a Sincere camp that we once saw reign dominantly in Katowice. That was at the Intel Extreme Masters, but this is the DreamHack Masters Spring 2020, and things are significantly different around here. So different that I can tell you that Astralis has been eliminated. They're out. There's no more even question marks around it. Astralis are out, NIP go through, and what is a miraculous showing of force yesterday by Twist. But you know what? I think I can save all the stories. I'll save all the good times. We'll talk about it on the analyst desk. Let's just get today underway. The DreamHack Masters. I've got some masters in their own right. Not quite wizards, so to say, but they are someone special. They both looked at me at the same time, which means they're ready for me to announce them. So allow me to do just that. We have Matthew, Maniac Matthew. We have Christine Potter Chi. Now, of course, we're ready to get things back in order here and really talk about what's been the DreamHack Masters Spring 2020. It's been an up and down roller coaster of a ride thus far. We've got some teams that are no longer with us, and that's just about the way it goes. But ultimately, let's catch up with you two. How are you feeling over there, Christine?
I'm feeling mighty fine this morning, Trace. I'm feeling mighty fine. And you're right. I mean, we've already made it so far. And I think yesterday, it was such an exciting day, such high performance coming out of individuals on G2, on Navi. We actually just saw some S-tier Counter-Strike, exceptional Counter-Strike. So I'm excited to get today started.
Yeah, and rightfully so. Maniac, I want to look at yesterday, and I want to just start to maybe even recap this for the viewer at home who's potentially watching Counter-Strike not only for the first time, but hopefully not the last time. We can talk about some of the matchups that we saw therein, and, well, there were some heartbreaks yesterday.
Yeah, there definitely were some surprises. I think we, even as experts, got really surprised when Big completely destroyed FaZe. That would be step one of all the surprises we've had. They dismantled them. They absolutely crushed FaZe to pieces. That was it, like a fly on a table. And then you have G2, who actually pulled through against Na'Vi. This one, a little bit less of a surprise. I think it was a little bit up in the air. But we have some of the highlights here from that Big versus FaZe. I mean, everyone from the camp of Big actually rose up to the occasion. They delivered a beautiful performance. We have some highlights from Keto, we have Zentaris, obviously Tapston, the man that we always need to mention with Big. So that was just a crazy performance, to be honest.
And Christine, let's look at this Big clan and let's think about what it is that they've struggled through and where they are now. They are in an upper bracket position, which already right off the get-go helped them, because if you've taken a look at the lower bracket, let me give you a hot tip. It's freaking crazy down there, man.
It is freaking crazy down there for sure. And you know, when Big first came into the tournament, we thought Keto, Searson, how big of an upgrade are they coming from Smooya? But
Nice.
I mean, it seems like it is a huge upgrade, at least right now, because everything seems to be clicking for the Big side. Searson's hitting on all numbers. Tizian, he looks like a fantastic player in there, being that support, doing all the dirty jobs and making Big look as good as they are. So really, I mean, these guys are very practiced. You heard Tapson talking about it in his interview, how much emphasis they've been putting on their prep, and you can absolutely see it pay off in that server, because these guys look polished, they look clean, and they looked completely ready for everything FaZe through their way.
Yeah, and you know, I want to continue to talk about Big. There's obviously this whole Na'Vi game that we should talk about at some point, but really, to address the elephant in the room, Astralis out, nipped through, and yesterday was an up and down sort of roller coaster of emotions in that matchup, especially for a guy like Twist, who really did have his own words to say about it in the game. More than say about it, he showed it, Matthew.
He definitely did, and trust me, if we were at a major right now, he would get his freaking graffiti. I guarantee you he'd have a graffiti. Because I don't think I've ever seen in recent times a player literally saving his team time and time again like Twist did. He, I believe, had 3 clutches when Astralis were on 15, so they were 1 round away from eliminating an NIP, and he had 3 1vx's back-to-back. That was absolutely insane. He did it with the AWP. I think we even had a clip yesterday where he started the clutch with a Galil, switched over to the AK, and then finished with the AWP. I mean, the guy's doing everything. He can almost just bring you a coffee with it. That was magnificent.
He did,
from Twist.
actually, so...
Okay, now we're talking.
Oh, interesting.
That has to
coffee
be the
was
best.
so good.
That's the best freeze frame I've ever had. He comes in with the joke, and this just disappears.
That is hilarious. Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Should we just continue with the conversation?
Trey.
There you're back.
Hi. Sorry, I had to step in through the void into the matrix. But anyway, I'm back now. I just had to make sure things were looking smoothly for the matches that we have on hand today. And moreover, talking about what we had a little bit of yesterday, I want to talk about G2 and Na'Vi a little bit. A 2-0, and for, well, what was an upper bracket game that does send Na'Vi down to the bottom.
Yeah, and how can I put it? Yesterday I was supposed to work the first game and the third game, and I actually didn't take a break because that game was insane. I just kept on watching Counter-Strike. I watched Counter-Strike all day because there's no way you can miss G2 versus Na'Vi. And I had predicted G2 to win that one, but 2-1, not 2-0, not in that fashion. So, Christian, I don't know what you took from this game, but that was quite insane.
That was insane, and I guess it was pretty disappointing for Na'Vi. Simple didn't show up in the manner that we expect Simple to, but once again, Na'Vi, they're transitioning to this online play. You heard Boomich talking about it in his interview. They seem to be struggling to figure out exactly what the issues are, but you know, G2, they showed us just another level. We knew that their skill ceiling was high, but man, Kenny S showing up and not even top fragging in the server, but being just as impactful as he was, just goes to show exactly how much skill is on this G2 side. You don't need Kenny S to be at the top of the scoreboard to get W's anymore. I mean, you've got Nexa, you've got Hunter. So this entirety of G2 lineup, this project, it's really coming into fruition finally. And I'm excited to see exactly how far they can go.
Yeah, and we talk about, you know, projects that have been exciting throughout 2020. You have to note that Na'Vi is one of those. And of course, with Blade behind the whelm, behind the wheel, the guy that's in charge over there, he's going to be the one that we look to for some answers. And perhaps he's got some for us right here, right now.
When I was playing in Flipside and that team, I couldn't get to my team, to my squad, like the best players that were on that in the region at that time. So I needed to pick someone who was not famous and experienced with like tier 1 status. So we had a limit in Flipside, limit of skill. We needed some really crazy skill players like Electronic or Simple, like I mean more like these players to go further and to be like among top 10 teams, for example. I think everyone wants to join Navi someday. It's the biggest organization in the region. And of course, if you speak about CSGO, the best players in the region right now are here. So yeah, it was like a huge goal. And if you speak about Gambit, yeah, it was a short period of time and really tough circumstances. Like we lost 2 players, they wanted to leave even before I was joining the team, and we didn't have a lot of budget for buying like the best players in the region. So the only way was to get some young players, and this plan is about like long period strategy. You need to teach the players and you need to wait until they get some experience, and as I said, it was a long journey. That's why I was choosing Navi. Yeah, overall I think at this point of time I'm much more useful as a coach than an esports director, because I was a player for a long time, and I think everyone has ambitions about this, to be the best in something you were doing like for a long time. And the most easiest way to explain is you need to organize everything like in each lineup. I think the most useful tool is your manager, and I think my job was to supervise managers of each lineup and to tell them what to do, to correct them if they're doing something wrong. It can be everything, like boot camps, transfers, like practice, the schedule, everything. That's what I was trying to do. Boomage in our squad. You need at least half a year of playing on this level, of constant analyzing everything that he's doing, to become the really good IGL. Mostly, I built the system around him. I tried to teach him how to understand the game, to understand the rotations, how to manipulate with rotations on both sides. But also I tried to listen to his ideas. At the moment, I think it's like 80 to 20%, like where I try to teach him and he tells some ideas and try to build something with his ideas. I want our team to at least to repeat the Australia success, at least. And I think I will do everything I can to reach this goal.
So the manager of managers is basically what Blade is saying he was doing in his former role, but right now he finds himself trying to coach and steer that of a Navi that has not found the footing within at least the DreamHack Masters Spring 2020. In fact, they are no more here with us. So that's that. That is the end of the run for Navi, and that's unfortunate if I'm mistaken.
Are you sure of that information?
No, I'm wrong. I'm very wrong.
They're not going to play against the winner of Fnatic Mad Lions.
Yeah, you know what? Just to clarify that, let's just bring the brackets up so we can just like make sure that I don't stumble that one around anymore. You guys are right. They were in the upper bracket. I guess I'm just always used to a comeback story from Navi. For some reason, they always just like to start with their backs against the wall. And guess what? Now they head down to the lower bracket where they're going to be facing the winner of Fnatic and Mad Lions, which happens to be one of the matches today, the first match of the day. We look at this bracket overall. Christine, what do we see?
I mean, we see, let's start with Navi. You mentioned it. They kind of put themselves in a position to make that comeback happen. And you know what? They're looking postured to do just that. Perfecto, he had a good day yesterday, so he's finally getting integrated. I'm looking very much forward to Na'Vi making that comeback. And FaZe Clan, we saw them get knocked out, and now they've got to wait down there in the lower bracket, wait for the winner of Vitality versus NIP. So, I mean, FaZe, they've got a couple days to get themselves ready. BMS, he was looking a little, you could see that he is absolutely the newer player coming in, but he's once again got those mechanical skills to kind of pull him out of this ditch that he's in this FaZe Clan.
Yeah, this boom ditch. Oh, different clan. Anyway,
Different
look,
clan.
what we need to do in this moment is thank those that made it possible. And while I may look a little pixelated, I may look like I'm in Minecraft right now, I'm not. So I can just move aside and show you these beautiful logos and thank the people that made this very much happen. Corsair, Monster Energy, Intel, DTS, Betway, of course, AT&T. We haven't forgot about you either, Sarah, even though you do absolutely nothing for this show. Of course, we're going to come back for Fnatic and Mad Lions, Vitality versus NIP, and then to finish it all out today will be G2 versus Big. Fnatic, Mad Lions, we'll be right back.